Hi guys, hi everybody. I thought I will finally leave a video update on what's been happening. I haven't really been online much and I haven't really done much, to be honest. And I tried to record the vlog a couple of times, but I just couldn't do it. So I felt today actually I'm ready, and the only reason why I'm ready is because I actually have an interview in about 30 minutes for a TV show. And I'm really kind of excited about it. So I thought, today I'm a little bit more excited than usual, so I should do a video because I don't want to be all sad. For those of you who don't know, and just to throw it out there, my father passed away about 2.5 months ago now, and it's just been like hell. It happened unexpectedly. A lot of you were asking me questions, what exactly happened, and why. He was in fact a very healthy person. He was only 58. He was very, very healthy, in fact, like I've just mentioned. I found out when I was here in Mexico, because I moved to Mexico in October, and I just moved into my new place here, and I signed a lease for 6 months, and I was only here for 1 week, and then I got the news in the morning that my dad was in coma when they called me already, because it was lunchtime there, and the literally he had like a tromb or blood clot in English, and it happened to be in his brain, in the biggest part, like I can't remember the terminology. And when I already saw it on a video call, he was already in a hospital bed with ICU units and all this stuff. And the doctor, I was begging the doctor to do a surgery, because I know that in some situations with blood clots, you can save people. So obviously, you're gonna try and do everything to save. But they said that they can't operate because he's gonna die on the operating table. The doctor told me at that time that he has 2 hours to live. Obviously, it's actually still really hard to talk about it. Yeah, so we, my sister, she was in Brazil because she just started her, she started her like 6 months journey traveling, and we booked the flights the same day to go to Spain, because he was in Spain. He just moved to Spain, actually. I saw him like 2 weeks ago before this happened. We spent an amazing week together in Spain. He was just so happy, he was just really happy there. And we were just like, we had the best time, literally the best time. So I obviously have really good memories, like literally just saw him. This is harder than I thought. And so I flew straight away that night, and before I took the flight in the evening, I was praying and I was like sending energy to my dad. I still felt him a lot. Some of you might believe in this, some of you might not. I really felt his energy, and I just really wanted to get there while he was still alive, despite the fact that he was in coma, and I knew that he wouldn't be able to talk to me anyway. So Inga got to Spain first. It was a really long flight. I had to take obviously a taxi, then I had to take one flight to Madrid. In Madrid I nearly didn't make it to Valencia because of all the new restrictions and all the COVID stuff. There was so many queues, and I had to like run. I literally made my plane by like 1 minute, but I managed to get into that plane. And then my dad's friends met me in Spain, and we drove literally like 180 kilometers an hour, because the dad actually was still alive, which just makes you realize how strong our energies are and how strong connection with the family is. Because I was begging him, like I know it wasn't like I was talking to him, but in my mind and in myself, and Inga did the same, and everyone he was supposed to die in 2 hours. That's the diagnosis he had, because the blood was filling his brain, so there was not much longer he could live on. And as soon as the brain dies, obviously the person is dead. And literally my sister made it, I made it, and even my grandma, his mother, made it. And as soon as the next day grandma came, we flew her out. She's quite old, she's like 83. We went to the hospital, you know, for the 4th time, and Dad died literally about 30 minutes after that. So he literally waited for everybody to come. Even though he was in coma, he still waited for all of us, you know. And it's just amazing in a way, you know. It's just amazing. I'm so grateful because I managed to talk to him, and I told him everything, and I held his hand. It's still really hard because it's obviously still really, it's just really recent, and it's just obviously it's a shock. And we had a funeral the next day, and it's been really difficult. It's been really difficult. I've gotten a lot of support from you guys, especially from my social media and my friends and people that know me. So it's been really amazing to feel that, and really hard at the same time because, you know, it's just still a shock, like he's gone, and there's nothing anyone can do anymore, you know. And you know, the craziest thing is that my biggest fear was losing my father because, as some of you know, I lost my mom when I was 16. So it took me a really long time to, you know, get back onto my feet and just be normal, I guess. And I'm obviously older now, so I'm approaching everything with a different type of mindset, and I understand that I would want my dad to be happy for me, you know. He wouldn't want me to, you know, waste my life and not achieve my goals. Like, he knew everything about what I do. He was proud of me. So, you know, I'm trying to kind of think like that, and this is the only thing that's kind of helping me, because I think, okay, well, he wouldn't want me to be sad and just waste my life and do nothing. And even though I'm sad sometimes, well, actually quite often still at the moment, it's okay, because I want to let my feelings out, and I want to feel what I feel, and I want to feel how I feel. And if I don't want to do anything, I just don't do anything. I haven't been able to work that much at the moment, and I'm taking some time out. I'm taking probably a couple of months out. I'm still going to do bits and bobs, and I'm still trying to produce content and show you the videos and, you know, manage things. But I just obviously have no energy at the moment to get into my usual work mode of myself. I'm just grateful that I actually went to Spain. I wasn't even planning to go to Spain because I was planning to go to Mexico straight away. And then Inga, my sister, she was like, well, I'm gonna go see Dad before I travel, you know, and she was just gonna go on her own. And then Dad booked her like this really nice hotel. And I was like, hang on a second, like I wanna stay in this nice hotel. I wanna go there. And yeah, and that's why I went. It was obviously to see Dad, but it was also partly because I was so exhausted, and I was like, I really want to stay in some nice hotel and be close to Dad. And, you know, and then Dad planned this like amazing week in Spain, and he booked all the amazing restaurants, because in our family we're all foodies, and my dad was obsessed with food, and well, everyone is obsessed with food in our family. And he even booked like a Michelin star restaurant just for me. His wife later told me that he was just obsessed. He was like, Alan needs to go to this restaurant. And we did, and we had such a good time. you know, he drove us to this town. It was called, really funny name. Oh God, sorry, my car is leaking now. Oh, yeah, so we had an amazing time. He made meats and like barbecues, and you know, my dad loves to cook, and he's like the barbecue king. And I made even dessert because it was his wife's birthday. So the whole family was there, you know, all the kids and everybody. And I still, part of me still doesn't believe it's happened. I think I was in such a like shock for the first like couple of weeks, and then I was numb, and then I was angry, and I know I'm going through all the stages. Right now I'm at a stage where I'm like, I feel like I'm okay, but then anything small can make me cry. I can't look at photos at the moment, and I can't look at the videos. Oh, it's just, it's really hard. And but I'm doing things to take care of myself at the moment. You know, I started exercising again, and I started meditating, and I started doing yoga, and obviously I'm with my sister all the time, and just with friends, because at the moment I just don't feel like I can be alone. I'm just finding it very difficult. So we sleep together. We don't do everything together, but it's just nice to have someone in the house, you know, so you're not alone. And my dad's wife, you know, she's really struggling as well, and so does my grandma. Like, grandma just really took it hard, and she's, you know, we were with her for a long time. We were in Spain and then Latvia. She's now with like full-time care, and we call her every day on FaceTime, so she sees us. And obviously I have 3 more siblings. My dad had 5 children, and they're all very small. They only like, you know, 6, 10 and 14. I'm the oldest one. So it's gonna be really hard for them as well. I can't imagine. Still, a lot of things you just can't imagine, and it just feels really hard, and it feels like this like pain inside of you is never gonna go away. But I'm really trying to just live one day at a time, and that's the only thing that's helped me so far. Out of everything, out of every suggestion, out of everything that I've tried, I'm doing full-time counseling, of course, as well, and that helps. But still, you know, I'm talking to my friends, I'm doing counseling, talking to my family, but still, it's some days nothing helps. You know, you just don't want to get out of bed. But one thing that helps me at the moment is just living one day at a time. So like, you know, I wake up and I'm like, okay, you know, what can I do today to make myself feel a little bit better? Even if it's just a walk outside, even if it's just a bit of meditation, and I try and tick off as many things that I can physically and mentally do that day, and I just focus on one day. And if it's a bad day, then it's a bad day. If it's 2 or 3 bad days, then that's what it is, you know. And eventually I've realized it just kind of goes up and down like this, and it gets me out of the funk. I still can't believe it's happened. You know, and if I start to think like that I'll never see him again, and that he will never know anything about what I do, then it gets me really upset. And so I'm not thinking about it just yet, because again, I'm just gonna be crying here the whole vlog. But I did wanna just explain to everybody what exactly happened. He did the only thing that's changed in his life is that he did take the vaccine 2 months prior to this happening. So I don't know what to think. It's just, the whole situation is just really upsetting, and it's really hurtful. So anyway, I just wanted to share, as this is, you know, his dad was such a huge part of Ali's Yummy Food. A lot of you knew him, a lot of you saw him in my stories on Instagram. A lot of you saw basically the whole life. Every time I went home, how much he cooked for me, you know, all our celebrations and barbecues and all different foods that we tried in restaurants. I can't like imagine at the moment how it's gonna be. but one day at a time, otherwise it gets too overwhelming. But I wanted to say thank you anyway to everybody who's messaged me, to everybody who wrote me so much, to everyone who's calling me and following up with me. It really, really means a lot to me. And yeah, just gonna stay strong as much as I can and keep you updated. Love you guys. Bye.